Nothing beats the original, especially when it once graced the body of a true icon. At the MTV Video Music Awards on September 11th, Sabrina Carpenter turned heads, not just for her playful kiss with an alien but for her stunning fashion moment on the red carpet. The espresso singer dazzled in a vintage Bob Mackie strapless gown with a V neckline, originally worn by Madonna back in 1991. This exquisite piece, adorned with sequins, pearls, and crystals, is a real fashion treasure. Mackie shared on Instagram that Madonna first donned a sample of this gown for a Vanity Fair cover. Just days later, the Material Girl herself reached out for a custom version to wear to the 1991 Academy Awards. Inspired by Marilyn Monroe from Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Madonna didn't just wear the gown, she performed in it, singing Stephen Sondheim's Sooner or Later from Dick Tracy, which snagged the Oscar for Best Original Song. Oh, and she made headlines attending the event with Michael Jackson, a moment that will forever be etched in pop culture history. Madonna even wore this dress again for a photo shoot in her book, Sex. Fast forward over 30 years, and Sabrina Carpenter shines as a modern-day style icon, rocking the sample version of the vintage dress while accepting the Moon Person for Song of the Year. Her stylist, Jared Elmer, sourced the gown from Tab Vintage, a go-to for celebrity fashion finds. Alexis Novak, the owner of Tab, revealed to Vogue that while Madonna still holds the custom gown in her collection, they provided Carpenter with the sample. Interestingly, this dress also made a splash on The Nanny, worn by the iconic Fran Fine, played by Fran Drescher in 1994. Carpenter wasn't the only star reviving vintage fashion at the VMAs. Halsey showcased her own allure in a stunning red Versace dress, previously worn by Elizabeth Hurley back in 1996. Halsey exclaimed during the pre-show, "This dress was literally a miracle to find." Designed by Gianni Versace, it hasn't been worn since Elizabeth, and now I'm just living it up. And let's not forget Blake Lively. Before the whirlwind of the It Ends With Us press tour, she made waves in a dazzling Versace gown that Britney Spears wore at the label's 2002 runway show. This shimmering one-shoulder piece was adorned with butterflies and vibrant sequin flowers. Lively even shared her gratitude on social media, honoring Spears as the ultimate queen who made us all want to sparkle and share our stories. The trend of wearing iconic dresses is definitely on the rise. At this year's Academy Awards, Sydney Sweeney honored another legendary actress by donning the same dress Angelina Jolie wore to the ceremony in 2004. This Mark Bauer gown was also inspired by Marilyn Monroe, echoing her classic look from the 7-Year Itch. Sweeney expressed her excitement on Instagram, calling it an honor to wear a piece of history. In a chat with E! News, she added, "It's really cool to rock such iconic vintage pieces, and Angelina is a style icon. We've seen quite a few of these nostalgic fashion tributes lately." One of the most talked about moments was when Kim Kardashian wore Marilyn Monroe's iconic dress, the one she wore while singing Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy in 1962, to the 2022 Met Gala. Despite some controversy over the dress being permanently altered, Kardashian described the moment as a Marilyn-inspired dream, even if she only wore the dress for a brief 4 minutes before changing into a replica. Ripley's Believe It or Not purchased Monroe's dress for an astounding $4.8 million, making it one of the most expensive dresses ever. Kardashian insisted she understood the dress's significance in American history, while Ripley's denied any damage was done. In the same year, Kelsea Ballerini arrived at the Academy of Country Music Honors wearing the legendary white sequin turtleneck gown that Shania Twain rocked at the 1999 Grammys. Ballerini, who borrowed the dress from the Grammy Museum, paid homage to Twain, who was being honored that night. Twain expressed her delight at the tribute, saying, "I am so blown away. She looks stunning, like an absolute angel. It's flattering to see her in the dress, and I hope it wasn't too dusty after being in the museum."